Number 1. The Encounter in the Woods. Hey everyone, I just had the craziest experience and I need to share it with you all. So, I was exploring behind my house in the woods that I just bought it few months ago. But I was just moved in recently. I was being in the moment, just enjoying the fresh air and the nature vibes when something really strange happened. It was a sunny afternoon, and I decided to take a walk through the nearby woods. The woods looked beautiful, with sunlight filtering through the leaves, creating a pattern on the ground. As I strolled deeper, the sound of bird chirping and leaves rustling filled the air, make it all so peaceful and symphony to the ears. But then I noticed something odd. There was this weird feeling in the air, like I was being watched. At first, I thought it was just my imagination playing with me, but as I kept walking, the feeling grew more stronger, and I started to get a bit more nervous. That's when I saw it, a figure standing among the trees. It was tall, slender, almost like a shadow blending into the mark of the tree. My heart started racing as I tried to make sense of what I was seeing. I called out, thinking maybe it was another person lost in the woods, just like me. But no response. I squinted, trying to get a better look, but the figure seeming to move with the shadows, make it hard to see clearly. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized this wasn't just another person. There was something eerie about it, something that didn't quite fit. I decided to casually approach, my footstep crunching on the dry leaves. With each step, my heart pounded louder in my ears. The figure didn't move, didn't react to my presence at all. It just stood there, watching me with what felt like unseen eyes. As I got closer, I could see it more clearly. It had a strange shape, almost like a person, but not quite. Its features were weird, not fitting at all, as if it was made of mist and shadows. I could feel a strange energy emanating from it, like static in the air before a thunderstorm. I mustered up all my courage and finally spoke again, asking if it needed any help or if it was lost. This time there was a faint whisper in the wind, almost like a response, but not quite. And I couldn't make out any words, whatever it said. Suddenly, without warning, the figure began to fade. It dissolved into the thin air like smoke, leaving behind an eerie silence in the woods. I stood there, completely baffled and a little scared, trying to comprehend what just happened right before my eyes. I hurried back home. My mind was racing with questions. What was the thing? Was it some kind of spirit? Or just a trick of the light? I couldn't shake the feeling that I had encountered something beyond my understanding, something that belonged to a realm I couldn't see. Now, as I sit here writing this, I can't help but wonder if anyone else has experienced something similar in the woods like this. It's a strange feeling knowing that there might be mysteries lurking just beyond our sight, waiting to be discovered. So, if you ever find yourself wandering in the woods behind your house or any other places, keep your senses sharp and your mind open. You may never know what you might encounter out there. It could be something straight out of a horror story, like my own eerie encounter with the unknown. Hello, guys. If you like this kind of stories and want to hear more, please consider subscribing to this channel and check out my other videos and like them and share them. Now, back to the stories. Number 2. This happened few years ago, and till this day it's still baffled with my head. So, I was taking a walk in the really dense, thick forest near my town few years back when I was in my hometown. It was already getting late, and the sun was setting, casting an eerie shadow all around the woods. As I walked deeper into the forest, I started to feel this strange sensation, like someone or something was watching me. I tried to shake it off, thinking it was just imagination or something like that. But then I heard a rustling noise coming from behind a cluster of trees. I froze in my tracks, heart pounding in my chest. I couldn't see anyone or anything in there. But then the feeling of being watched grew more stronger and stronger. So I called out, "Hello, is anyone there?" But no response, just the sound of leaves rustling in the gentle breeze. Then I decided to keep walking, trying to convince myself that it was all in my head. But then, suddenly, I saw it, a figure standing among the trees, barely visible in the fading light. My breath caught in my throat as I strained to make out any details. The figure was tall, cloaked in the shadows, making it hard to see more clearly. My heart raced as I debated whether to approach it or run away. Before I could decide, the figure spoke in a voice that I never heard before and after. "Lost, are we?" it said, the words echoing softly through the forest. I couldn't see its face, but the voice was calm, yet strangely unsettling. I managed to stammer out, I'm I'm just taking a walk. I didn't mean it to intrude." There was a long pause, and then the figure stepped forward into a patch of moonlight. What I saw made my blood run cold. Its face was obscured by a hood, but its eyes glowed faintly in the darkness. They seemed to be pierced right through me, as if searching for something. "You are brave to wander here alone," the figure said quietly. "Few venture into these woods at this time." Feeling a mix of fear and curiosity. "Who are you? What are you doing out here?" I managed to ask, my voice trembling slightly. The figure smiled faintly, though it didn't reach its eyes. "But I am a wanderer," it replied cryptically. "I seek solitude and silence." I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this encounter than met the eye. Something about the figure's presence felt ancient and otherworldly. Before I could gather my thoughts, the figure turned and started to walk away. "Wait," I called out, suddenly desperate for answers. "What do you mean by solitude and silence? What are you?" The figure stopped and looked back at me, its expressions unreadable. I had many names throughout the time, but names matter little in the grand scheme of things, it said, now more aggressively. With that statement, the figure disappeared into the shadows, leaving me standing alone in the forest. I stood there for a very long time, trying to make sense of what just happened right in front of my eye. I was a no believer of paranormal creatures, entities, things like that. But this encounter, this was a different one that really shook me to my core. Eventually, I made my way back home, my mind racing with questions. Who was that mysterious figure? What did it want? Why did it appear to me in the middle of the forest? And why it disappeared just like that? I may never know the answer to these questions, but one thing for sure, that encounter will stay with me for a long time. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected moments can happen when you least expect them. Hey guys, Malayaliwendigo here. Hope you guys like this video. If you like it, please consider subscribing to this channel and also check out other videos in this channel too. Like them, share them. If you have any suggestions or any improvements I need to make in this channel, feel free to post them in the comment section. Till next time, bye.